Hey friends, today I am out in another Phoenix suburb. This time I am in East Mesa at a community called La Mira. Now this community is just about getting ready to close out, so they have some great financing incentives going on here right now. And incentives are really the name of the game when buying a home in the greater Phoenix area right now. It will make you a huge difference when you are financing a house to get a rate in the threes or maybe the low fours instead of today's market rates, which are in the sixes. So if all of that is kind of like a foreign language to you, you need to reach out because I'm going to help you navigate all of that. So today we are going to look at some of these model homes. I'm going to show you the neighborhood as well as the amenities. Let's get started. So before we step in the model homes, let's talk about the homeowners association fee. That is going to be $126 monthly here. So all of the amenities are going to be maintained. All of the grassy areas are going to be kept pretty. And that's a pretty normal HOA here in the greater Phoenix area. You're going to be getting a playground, a swimming pool, nice grassy areas, some trails. So let me turn this camera around and show you. So here you have the playground, which is kind of in the middle of the area where all of the amenities are located. La Mira isn't a huge master plan community, so if you want something that offers more, maybe you would like something that has a lot of, clubs and activities and contests and events. I know just the place for you, not far from here. There are some communities that have, skate parks, fishing lakes, all of it. And the HOAs really are not that bad. But here, this is a little bit of a more quaint neighborhood. And yet, look at this awesome pool. Very large, kind of like you're living at a resort right here in your neighborhood. We will go ahead and just walk right under this playground, and I'll take you over and show you the covered picnic tables over here. They also have a charcoal grill. And then out beyond is a large grassy area, and this is also where the water is going to go. When we get those big monsoon rains, the water will drain in here, and it is kept nice and green. All right, before we step into this first model home, I have to tell you something special they're doing in this community. I have not seen this with any other builders, including this one, until I came here today. So usually when you get those amazing interest rate incentives, it is on their quick move-in homes, otherwise known as spec homes. Those are the homes that they already have built. They've picked out all of the selections and they are ready to sell this home. So they'll offer rates currently in the threes, whereas the market rate is in the sixes, so you're going to save hundreds of dollars. But in this community, if you are one of those people who you want to get a dirt lot, pick out all of the things custom, the flooring, the kind of bathrooms that you want, the tiles, all the things, they're doing that at a 4.99 interest rate. I just have not seen that offered for people building from the dirt up. So that's a plus. Now, if you want to get one of the quick move-in homes, you're going to be getting a rate of 3.99% on a 30-year fixed. So you can see still a better deal for the quick move-in homes, but at least you have options. All right, let's go inside and check out this home. This Harlow floor plan, I know they sell in other communities. So maybe you like the floor plan, but you don't like the area. They might be selling it in another part of the valley. And with this front porch, that's part of the elevation. So if you like this front porch, you're going to want to get it with the same choice of elevation. If you don't, you can choose one of their other options. It'll have maybe a different exterior look, maybe a different porch. And let's come inside, see what you think of this one. Coming in, I think this floor plan just makes a lot of sense. This is just kind of a cute little entryway. You feel like you have a little space before you get into the living room and the kitchen, but you're not using a lot of square footage in the entryway. This front room is kind of open. You can see there's a little bit of an angle up here. They have it set up as kind of like a playroom slash sitting room, but I think this would make a really nice den. You would have that view out to the front of the house. Over here, you have your powder room. Again, I like the location of this powder room. You also get this little closet over here. And then as we come into this open concept living, it's kind of all in a straight line. Big rectangular room. You have kind of neutral countertops in here, but they have other options. A nice neutral backsplash. You get your gas range, which is nice. And, you know, can you imagine being here, cooking, getting dinner ready, and you can see the whole family doing whatever they're doing. Coming down here, you can see they have a sliding door next to the window. And I wanted to show you, so you can see this wall right here with kind of the entry going in on either side, over here or over here. Both sides leads to bedrooms, and then right in the middle is a bathroom that connects all of it, which is kind of different and interesting. So let's go look at that. If you go to the right over here, you're going to go to the primary bedroom, and we will see that last. This room is the smallest bedroom, and they have it set up as a nursery, but it does get a walk-in closet. And even if this is a nursery, you're going to want that big closet for diapers and clothes. You'll have all sorts of baby stuff that you can fit in there. All right, let's go through this bathroom. So you can see they have the nice tub shower combo, which is going to be great if you have kids. Behind the door is where the toilet is. They have some sort of interesting purple light. I'm not sure why that is on. If you know, put it in the comments. You get double sinks over here, and then this doorway will take you out to the other two bedrooms. One of them has a walk-in closet, which is this one. Very cute. I'll show you how big the walk-in closet is. You know, they have nice shelves and rods in there. And then the other one over here has just your standard sliding door closet. Now, if you come back out this way, on your left, you have a coat closet, which makes sense to have it there because right across from the coat closet is your laundry room. And that is the door where you're going to come in from your garage. So it just seems like this house has a good flow to it. Everything makes sense. The square footage makes sense. Not a lot of wasted space. I love that there's a little bit of a hallway here before you get to the master bedroom. A good sized bedroom here. You know, it's not huge, but as far as square footage goes, I think this is a good amount spent on the master bedroom. Now, coming into the bathroom, you have different options for your bathroom. They just have in this basic shower with the sliding doors, which is great, easy to clean. But then they have two closets over here. So you could get rid of this one and make a tub shower combo, or you could have a super shower built. So if you want to build from a dirt lot, you're going to be able to pick out exactly what you want. Maybe you just want to keep it standard with the extra closet space. I could see doing that. And then behind this door is where your toilet is. And I have to show you the closet right over here. It's a generous closet. You know, sometimes they're super basic with the rods and the shelves, but they did a good job in this one. Lots of room in here. And then you have your double sinks, of course. Okay, let's go outside so I can show you the back of the house. It says, please keep this door closed. I'm not a rule breaker. I got permission. And I need to show you how big the patio is, what the back of the house looks like. Maybe you can get some ideas for landscaping when you buy your home and you have a dirt lot. And you can see you got, a pretty reasonable sized patio over there, shaded. And some ideas. Do you want to put a grill in your backyard, some pavers, a simple picnic table? Over here they have a fire pit. Let's put up a map so you can see just where we are today. We are in East Mesa in a community called La Mira. This is a Taylor Morrison community, not too far off of that 24 freeway, and you are just south of two very major master plan communities called Eastmark and Blossom Rock. Blossom Rock is just starting. But this community is a little bit more quaint. You are not far from, your local shopping, groceries, things like that, and just a little bit of a longer drive to get to a Costco. There's also some major shopping, maybe 15-ish minutes away, Santan Village Marketplace, as well as Queen Creek Marketplace. So a pretty decent location here and a real family-friendly community. And let's just take a drive down this street, give you a feel for what the neighborhood is like. Very family friendly. You see, kids outside, people taking walks. Everything seems very well maintained. Now, most of the homes here are different shades of tans and browns, which isn't unusual for Arizona, but if you like something that's a little bit more colorful, maybe a little bit more green, let me know. I know the communities that might be a better fit for you. With this floor plan, you can get a 2.5 to a 3-car garage. This one has a really nice, different entryway. When I saw it, I was thinking, how fun would this be to decorate for Halloween? If you're someone who decorates for that day, you have this porch. Imagine trick-or-treaters coming up here. They go through the little archway, and then they have this walkway to the door. You could put all kinds of fun decorations over here. Now, when you step in, it's just a different feel than I get from a lot of new construction homes. Coming in, usually I'm facing a long hallway as soon as I open the door. Not with this floor plan. You have this room over here where you face the stairs. You have this way going into the main living. You have this way going into your guest room. So let's look at that first. Nice and cozy here in the front of the house. You have a window looking out to the front yard. And with these new construction homes, the front yards are pretty much always going to be provided for you, the landscaping. It'll be some sort of basic rock, deserty landscaping with the drip lines already installed, typically. Before you go upstairs, we will check out this area over here. Here's your laundry room. A good size. You can get a sink in there if you want to. Here's where you come in from that garage, plus you have a little coat closet over there. You have a den that's kind of right in the middle of the house with a window to the side yard. And I love the selections they made in the kitchen. I love this medium wood tone look. I feel like it's very timeless. If there are things like that that are important to you, the color of the cabinets, what kind of flooring they put in, we can always check and see what they put in their spec homes. I also like this built-in gas range right here with the hood over the top. And the backsplash, all of it just looks very classy. All of the little choices that you make with the design will give your home a totally different feel. This house would feel totally different if it had different flooring, different cabinets. But usually they're going to have options with their quick move-in or their spec home. So we can go in and see what they have available right now, what they put in those homes to see if you like it. Otherwise, maybe you're going to be one of those people that builds from the dirt up. Let's take a look at the back of the house before we go upstairs and see what you think. This patio is a little larger than I typically see. Love these pavers that they put in. And again, you can just get some ideas. I have all kinds of referrals, whether you want to put in turf, grass, irrigation, a swimming pool. If you want, to do things on a budget, I have those referrals as well. So I am here to help you with your move to Arizona, give you all the information that you need, and really a pretty back of the house. Something different about this two-story house is that the stairway is really just kind of out of the way. Some two-story homes, will have the railing that overlooks into the living room. If you like that, let me know. I know who builds those. Or maybe you only want a two-story if it has the primary bedroom on the first floor. I can lead you in that direction as well. I'm pretty much an expert on the builders and the floor plans in the greater Phoenix area. I'm going to point you in the right direction, get you the best deal, find the area that's going to be the most conducive for your family, and look how pretty this is. All right, let's check out this area over here first. Really, these bedrooms have their own space. Have a little closet over here. And you have a bedroom down here with the bathroom right next to it. You have that window over the toilet that opens, that's nice. And then there's actually two bedrooms on this side of the house. You can see this one has a walk-in closet. And let's see if this one does. Good sized bedroom over here. And it does have its own walk-in closet. And if I show you the view out the window, you can see we are close to the amenities over here. There's the pool, playground. And then coming back out over here, I can just imagine kids up here. Kids, teenagers, this just looks like a fun place for a family. Speaking of which, if you are moving here with kids and you are concerned about schools, don't be afraid. Arizona has kind of a bad reputation, I guess, with some people. Look at this closet. That is a nice walk-in closet for a secondary room. However, especially in the East Valley, I would say I shouldn't say just the East Valley, West Valley too. They've done a great job bringing in some awesome charter schools. Here's the primary. Charter schools are technically public schools, so they're tuition free, but they are typically also higher achieving. So it is a great option. Some of the big ones here are called Great Hearts Academy, Basis, and American Leadership Academy. Those are some of the ones that have locations, all over the valley. And you can see you can get a tub and a shower combo. You could do a supersized shower if you wanted. Beautiful cabinets, I love those. And then you have a closet with a window. Nice big closet. If you are someone who wants to get the best possible deal and buy at the most prime time, well, now is that time in Phoenix, in my opinion, and in the opinion of some of our local data analysts. So we're kind of thinking we've hit the bottom of the market as far as home pricing goes, and it's, at the end of the year especially, you're going to be getting some of the best pricing, the best incentives, the best rates. So there's a lot of different factors that weigh into the decision of buying a home. I want to be that person that really helps you navigate all of the factors and really make sure you know all of your options. A lot of people just don't know that they can negotiate with a builder or how to do that. So again, make sure you reach out. I want to be that person to help you get the best deal, best value, in the best area that will suit your family. Now, if you need more than a 2-car garage, they do have another floor plan here called the Windsor. That one, you can get up to a 5-car garage as an option. Plus, that floor plan gives you the option of having a casita, a guest casita built onto it. So Lots of options here in this community. All right, so coming in, they have a different kind of tile than the last one. This is just kind of the rectangular stone look tile. And again, if you decide to build from the dirt up, you're gonna get to be able to pick your flooring. Right here at the front of the house is where you're gonna find the one bedroom that is on the first floor. So if you have a guest that comes and stays with you and they don't do well with stairs, you can always have them stay down here. They'll have a nice walk-in closet. And then the full bathroom is just right across from their bedroom. Now, one nice thing about having a two-story home is you get a little extra storage underneath the stairs. That's what this door is for. Here in Arizona, a lot of people do not want to put anything up in the attic because it gets so hot in the summer. And it is rare to find a basement home in Arizona. So if you're used to having all that extra storage space, you may have to downsize a little bit, clear out all the clutter, simplify. And here is your open living and dining area. And this little nook right here, that's where you come in from your two-car garage. You do have this extra space over here for kind of like a mini mudroom. These countertops are more of a brownish hue, same with the backsplash. You get your gas range, double ovens, microwave is above, and a generous area over here for your dining table. This living room is a good size. You could fit a big sectional in here. They have all these built-in cabinets over there, but that's an upgrade. That's not going to come in your spec home. Of course, if you're building from the dirt, you could choose that as an option. All right, let's go upstairs. As we do, let me remind you, if you want to visit model homes, bring your realtor. Hopefully that's me with you, because they will probably want to register you. And when you register on that first visit, you are waiving your right to be represented. So I would love to show you around, get you registered, and represent you for free. We get paid by the builder or the seller if you're buying resale. This is a nice area up here for a hangout for the family. And this first bedroom right here is the primary bedroom. Good size. And from this corner, just a little different perspective. They have the kind of shower that I love. The pony wall. This is what I call a pony wall. It just gives you less glass to have to keep clean. Now I do prefer it to be tiled, but this option that they have in here, at least it's, again, easy to keep clean. You get this long ledge to put all of your stuff. So lots of room in your shower. Double sinks. The toilet, you get this little linen closet right here. And then your primary closet. Does have a window. Okay, so that was the bedroom we were just in, the primary bedroom. And let's check out this hallway. First of all, you have your laundry room upstairs. Everyone can get to it. You have your full bathroom right over here with double sinks. And then you have two bedrooms on this side of the house. These are good-sized bedrooms. You can see out the window. From here you get just a little bit of a view of the beautiful Superstition Mountains. Those are some of the prettiest mountains in the Phoenix area. When the light hits them a certain way, it's just a lot of different colors, reds and browns and oranges. everyone coming back downstairs, usually I will show you the backyard. However, they have it locked. They have a pool back there. And actually, this model home is already sold to an investor, so this one is already off the market. But if you're someone who wants a model home, but you want the backyard already done, let me know. I can find out which model homes are going to be for sale, and you can get everything already done. Most of them even include the furniture in the home. If you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, let me explain a little how it works when you actually call that number or send me an email. So first of all, I like to have a phone call or preferably a Zoom call so that I can get to know your situation a little bit better. What is bringing you to the Phoenix area? What are you going to be looking for, your price point, your interests, your priorities? And then also it gives you an opportunity to get to know me better, to ask me any questions you have about moving to the Phoenix area. Then, if you are planning a visit out here, I can do a couple of things. I can either plan a self-guided tour for you, maybe if you're not even sure if you're going to move here, you're a ways out from that decision, so that you can get a feel for some different cities and areas that I think you might like, and you can see for yourself what you think. Or we can meet up together, we can hit the ground running and start looking at homes. Before we do that, I'm going to be sending you some emails with ideas and suggestions I have for communities that we are going to be exploring together. I love doing this, so here is my information, and don't hesitate to reach out. You're not going to be bothering me. It's the only way that we can connect so that I can help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona, and I hope to hear from you soon.